Welcome back to the PI Show, viewers. It's that time of the show when we've got Kathy's mailbag.
Good evening. Hi,
Kathy,
Tony.
how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Welcome back.
Hi, Harry.
The Facebook show's had a lot of interest, so we might get you back for another show.
It's always
by
a
popular
pleasure.
demand. By popular
Kathy,
demand.
you like the shirt?
You know, I have to make a special mention this evening, viewers, because
Silk.
look, there's colour coordination again going on, but I think the boys are trying to outdo me, so I've blinged it up a little bit.
Well, it took you a long time to get that hair right, Kathy.
Well,
So.
it does, but you know, we have to look good for TV, Tony. But I do like the silk that you've come up with tonight.
Yeah,
so
trying to show you guys
have
up
to
a
keep
bit,
it up
but
for the
anyway.
next
Silk.
show as well.
Yeah.
Viewers, I think we'll get straight right into the questions that you've put forward to us. The first question is from Tina in Altona. Dear Harry and Tony, I'm highly allergic to nuts. At a work function recently, there were nuts in one of the dishes that was served. However, we were not warned of this. I have had a massive reaction and had to use my EpiPen. Can I sue? Harry, can you answer Tina's question? What rights does she have under... Is there work cover claim here?
Well, it sounds as though she was at a work function, so prima facie, if she's injured at a work function, then it's a work cover claim. She's got to fill in a form and get a doctor's certificate to say she can't work. So weekly payments, medical expenses are covered. And then can she sue is, in my opinion, difficult. Because
Well, she's not going to have a serious injury, and
is there foreseeability, Tony?
they've got to have knowledge of the fact that she's got problems.
Being allergic to certain types of nuts.
Unless
I think
she
there was a very
specifically-
sad case of a Scotch college boy who died at a school camp, and I think the coroner just... and he died from an allergic reaction to nuts, but the college knew that he was allergic and did make an error. But there's no claim because there's no dependency.
That's right.
So
But there might be a claim for psychological
for the
damage
parents.
for the parents
Yeah.
and immediate family members.
Yeah.
You know, nervous shock.
And victims of crime, Tony?
Yeah, well, is it a crime?
Criminal?
Criminal negligence, isn't it?
Yeah, could
Yeah.
be. Just. It's arguable.
If someone slips up, yeah, it's criminal negligence.
Arguable.
Yeah.
Arguable.
We'd also need to find out from Tina whether she actually inquired as to whether there was going to be any nuts in the food served, because if she knows of a reaction, generally people will ask.
Avoid.
Well, that's right. Well,
Yeah.
or they will make that conscious effort to ask because they want to avoid that. So
And put people on
obviously-
notice. Yeah, the key
And
thing
she probably should have told them
foreseeability is putting the employer on notice that she's
got a problem.
Because if you have a work function, Tony, sometimes you ask people if you go to a restaurant
Is
if they're
anything you don't-
allergic.
yeah.
anything you don't
Dietary
eat.
requirements,
Dietary
that's
requirements.
right.
Yeah, but mainly
And-
dietary requirements for religious
Well,
purposes.
religious
a
reasons,
lot
but
too,
also
yeah.
for health reasons
Yeah.
as well, Tony.
Yeah, I agree.
People might be vegetarians or
That's right. Well,
allergic
Tina,
to certain things.
That's
we
right.
hope that's answered your question. We'll move on now to a question from Taylor in Tutgaruk. I don't know where that is, Taylor, so maybe you can
It's in,
Google map and
Mornington-
send that to the show as
it's
well.
Mornington
Peninsula,
Peninsula.
Tutgaroo. Yeah,
It's right
it's
next
a great
to Blair
name.
Gowrie.
Oh, well, I'm
It's,
going to have
probably
to visit
a nice
then if
part
it's
of the
on the
world.
peninsula.
Yeah.
And Taylor writes...
It's on the
"Dear
way.
PI,
It's on the way to Portsea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Friend of ours has got a house there, Harry.
on the way
we'll
to Portsea.
barbecue at Taylor's house
Eric
very
Vidalis has got a
shortly.
house in Tuckarook.
It's on the way to Portsea, Tony. It's in-
Dear PI Show, Taylor writes, my 18-year-old son is an accomplished rugby player who was on track to play for Australia. 3 months ago, he was tackled whilst playing rugby and injured his back. His rugby career has been ruined. Are we entitled to any compensation? Tony, could you answer this for Taylor?
It's a difficult one, this one, because the facts aren't clear. It's like the cases we've discussed in the past, Harry, and Kathy, where you've really got to show something out of the ordinary. If he's been injured during the course of playing a game and there's nothing untoward by the other player, I think there's not much in it.
No.
I mean, it's tough.
It's inherently... There's some danger or risk in playing by the rules. It's a body contact sport. So there is some risk of injury, as in AFL, rugby, because it's a body contact sport. So I agree with Tony that he's got to be placed in a difficult situation, or someone's got to do something outside the rules.
Something very, very malicious.
Outside the rules, Tony.
Yeah.
So it just occurred, is there...
Unless, let's say for argument's sake, like the case we did a while ago, where the young fellow who had a long neck was put in the front row, And it's a known fact that in rugby it's very dangerous
that there's an extra risk.
put people with long necks in the front rows because
Yeah.
there's a lot of pressure on him. And he fractured his neck.
I think the doc had something to say about that.
Yeah.
Remember, we had the doc on as
That's right.
Doc Larkins.
We might need to get Doc
You need
Larkins back
short-
on the show to answer
Right?
this
We
one.
need Doc. Maybe Doc Larkins can throw some light on
That's
that.
a call out
Oh,
for you, Doc
what?
Larkins.
Yeah,
We'll have to get him back.
yeah.
But no, look, I think it's tough. You'd have to get advice, but you'd need to know more facts.
Yeah.
But I don't particularly like it
Tony,
on face value.
If he's playing professional sport, do
There'd be
people have insurance?
There is insurance.
For professional
Yeah, there
sports
is.
players,
There is.
and if they have an injury,
Yeah, there's
so
insurance.
the club might have some insurance of total disability
and there
type
might be a
insurance.
superannuation policy with a
Benefit.
total and permanent disability.
Yeah, something like
A
that.
trauma type cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Taylor, we would need obviously a little bit more facts and obviously consult a lawyer because it needs greater discussion, I believe.
If he did get up common law, what are damages? How much would a professional rugby player earn over a course of employment?
It'd be a lot
Tony?
of money, Harry. It'd be a lot of money.
Unlimited damages?
Let's say they've got 12 to 15 years of a career,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
It's pretty significant. Sort of claim. Yeah.
Significant claim. Yeah.
All right, well, moving on, we've got an interesting question which I'm hoping that one of you will shed some light on. This is from Hugo in Fountain Gate, who writes in to Harry and Tony. My friend was recently involved in litigation. We were wondering what Fox and Wood damages are. Thanks for your help. So who's going to shed some light in the Fox and Wood case?
Well, in simple language, Fox and Wood's the tax component that you want to get back when you settle a common law claim because you've already paid the tax and any compensation you've had
Is it capital?
Yeah, any compensation you've had has got to come off your final figure in court. So,
But you
don't
paid
wanna be-
some tax on that.
That's right. So you don't want to be disadvantaged by having paid the tax and then losing it as well. So you've got to make an allowance for the tax you've paid. So
And that's part of the damages.
that's correct.
And usually it's not a lot of money in most cases.
Yeah, it's
but
not-
it's there's a case that went to the High Court called Fox and Wood, and it's commonly referred to by lawyers
But
as
Harry,
a
if the
Fox and
person
Wood
had,
component.
say, 10 years of arrears of payments like the FAM case where it took them 8 to 10 years to get to court, the Fox and Wood could be pretty big. It could be 80 to 100,000, you don't know.
Of tax paid, wouldn't be that much, Tony.
25%,
Wouldn't be that much.
it'd be pretty high.
But it's usually not the biggest part of a component.
No.
But look,
Okay, well, I think that's all we have time for again. It just goes so quick, this show.
the website.
But we would like to ask you to keep writing into us and to visit us at www.thepishow.com. And thank you again for watching us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much. We hope to see you next week for some more material about personal injuries.
Yeah,
Something we love talking about.
that's it. Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks,
Harry.
Kathy.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
thanks,
night.
Tony. Thanks.
Stay safe.
See you next week.